Good morning everyone and welcome to you in today's Bitcoin daily update. Hope you're all doing very well. As always, Bitcoin got the continuation and the bounce, well, twice bounced by the way from our long target. We've got a bit of an increase in price since the last update, if I'm correct. We are Wednesday, so on Monday, well, yeah, it was here. We've got a bit of an increase in price. We've got something good off the retest, okay, but this was a nice take profit one. It gave also a short entry buy as well on the lower time frame. We went and touched our long target once more. This was happening at 5 AM, so again, if you're from Asia it's fine, but if you're not from Asia it's complex to trade this. We've got the increase in price. We've planned only one support for the retest. We've got absolutely no reaction on the chart here and on the order flow. We've got a massive bearish activity with a lot of long a lot of longs, by the way, just right here. Absorbed. You can see we are going down. We are having like 12 millions, 14 millions of longs coming in. So yeah, all of this leads to it's more bearish, and I'll be looking for a new low if we maintain the price action below basically the support we have planned, what we have done. So overnight we went into, well, we went for a new low, as simple as that. So yeah, and twice by the way, but again, the first one here, I did took a scalp long, to be fully honest. I took a scalp long on the first low here, but I closed when I went to bed because we've put a low here. We've got some good data of that low. This was a swing through pan. We've hit our long target, but there is a context behind that is it's during the close session. And what was the other thing? Yeah, there was a pull low here. So pull low plus there is the low is made during the close session. Sorry, so it's very likely we're going to take the low. So I close it. I took the long. I closed my trade around there, if I'm correct. And well, next, this is the price action. What happened? So we've got one more low made at 6 AM again. So very complex for, unless you're in Asia, to trade it. It's very complex. So here right now, again, you've got some good data of that low. So I would say this is all the long to take in any case. Now we are of course going to plan the retest targets and all of this to really get a nice long trade, okay, to really get something. Well, for example, let's say this one is missed, okay, I mean for me it's missed. If we have to really get a nice long trade, the best way to really, first of all, not retrace now, but go and swipe the highs, and once you have done this, you get the pullback for the retest. This will change the market structure from highs, lower highs to higher high, and so next we'll just need to hold a higher low. And so yeah, that will be even better than, because we saw that yesterday, for example, high, well, we'll have a low, high, a lower low, and then again here to try to long the retest, we still have a lower high. So overall the market structure is still bearish. That's why also on my side I was not putting so much if I had to take a long here. So yeah, and still the same right now, right? So best way to really change the market structure to really get a nice, I mean, try to hold a higher low next and get a possible better trade. Anyways, let's update the chart here. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's hide the long for the moment, and let's go on a daily time frame. And yes, by the way, I'm working on something here for a few days now, as I said. Well, for yeah, for 3 days. I won't leak what this is, but it should be pretty nice, to be honest with you. That's something really big to do. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do this within 2 weeks. So when it comes to new memberships, I'll let you pause it to read this, or you can go into the announcement channel here. But yeah, so when it comes to this to live, you will get something very nice. Anyways, yeah, still working for on it for 3 days, all day long. But yeah, so I will be very happy when these come out. Anyways. And I hope you will be too. So there is no daily. Naked session, point of control hit. getting the pullback at the moment from it. We have one below the Asia naked session path control, 112.030. Sorry, so see, this is what I was talking about. Let me just do this. You know, when I do the scalp long, then close it the trade fully, because pull low, and the low was made also during, as you can see here, the close session. So again, we've got a good low on the close session, but I mean, to make a low here on the close session is very likely we're going to take out this low. Moreover, this what happened at that low was very small. We've got a very small and shy swing through the pan. You can see next Asia session, much bigger thing here to the downside, and we print a good low here. So yeah, reason why I closed it down. But anyway, so 112.1912.5. It's 912.5. Yeah. Good, and then there is no DNPOC. Stop the longs, get the increase in price here. You can see millions of longs, almost, well, yeah, 30 million of longs getting stopped out here. Big bullish CVD. Well, big bearish CVD first of all, but then big bullish CVD. That leads to this increase in price, but overall pretty weak, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's a very weak increase in price we're having right now. But first, well, because yeah, if you go and check at the 1 minute, you've got a nice MC long reaction. Oh, it was a 30 seconds, can't remember. I think it was a 30 seconds. Check it really quick this morning. Yeah, there you go. You've got a perfect MC long reaction from the very bottom of the move, giving the long entry, of course, if you was trading this line at a time. And you can see here you have like 5 million, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a little bit, well, it's a lot of longs, but it's not too much at the same time, so it's fine. So yeah, brilliant. Asia sessions are pretty cool these days. Sometimes it's like that. Anyway, so yeah, let's cover now so the longs and the shorts. Right now it looks like to the downside we're having some 5 ways down, so let's get rid of that. We are having more likely some 5 ways down, so it means either a bigger impulsive down, either an ABC zigzag. So for example, we're going to print an ABC and then get the bigger move to the upside here, depending on what we get. We get the bigger move down next, or we flip it everything into support and we get a new all-time high. Or other configuration is, if we are unable to next hold a low, well, it means that this was a wave 1, 2, and we're going to look for a much bigger drop, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. Again, it depends on the reaction. We're going to get into the key resistance, support, resistance. Okay, that's the plan at the moment. What I'm looking for with the wave. So based on this, let's make the plan now and find the resistance and supports. So we want the resistance first. So let's put this one. Yeah, so let's move this down here. Yeah, there's a real big difference. Okay, so what we can do here in that case is, because the higher time frame pulls are not really helping, is simply to pull this fixed range here, and so this gives the next zone of resistance. And look at that, we have it's pretty crazy. Again, we have this absolute lovely resistance just right there. You can see all the confluence lining up together. Right, 618, 6%, value high of the wall downtrend. We have a weekly naked point of control, I guess, yes, plus a lot of daily, a lot of small levels here. I mean, lower time frame levels. So this is a very, 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 very nice resistance. Of course, we can get a short of these highs. There we go. We can get a short of these highs first of all. It depends on the reaction we're going to get. It will be basically for a, okay, we just failed to get acceptance above this point of control. We just try to push up, get no strength, we get some really a lot of longs all absorbed, get a nice short reaction next following this. Then it activates a short entry, and so we get, I mean, a short basically. And we get this bigger move to the downside. Okay, and millions of longs trapped at the highs, all massive weakness. We get a good short reaction from this high. We wait for a market to change its best these days, and from here we get this very nice short trade. Okay, I mean, lower time frame markets are going to change by the way. If now we get absolutely nothing of this high, it's very simple. We are going to go towards the next target. That is basically this. So we talk about 115,000 to 116,000. This is the next zone of resistance. So this gives the next short target. This right here is the next resistance. Oops. I'll be interested in for a short. Very, very well. To be honest with you, it's a very easy one to spot. So it's not impossible that we do something complex of this target, so to speak. For example, we go above, really make everyone bullish, swipe the high here, and from here get the bigger pullback. Okay, yeah, that will be just something to bear in mind. Okay, but yeah, overall this is the target. We just have to trade the target, right? So yeah, first short is above this high, second short is here. If this is reclaimed, we still have, you can see a bit of a resistance above here, but for me it's at that point again, can we reject this? Yes, it's possible. I would like to see, for example, some extension pull of this kind of triple wave to the upside from the low to the top to the bottom here to get a nice fib confluence in here. Otherwise, for me right now, without this, breaking this, getting acceptance above this target is leading more likely to a new local high. Okay, so in that case we can look for the short next we have planned. So basically the short that was already hit is brilliant short trade. Otherwise the next one, again, this is still a short trade we can look for. Okay, it will be now above this high. Okay, this section here, if this is reclaimed, then we can look for the next short target. Okay, so I have first, if this is broken, this can reject, but it's very unlikely, so we'll look for this. If this is broken, we can look for the next target. Even if this one is broken, very likely towards a new all-time high. Okay, so that is it in terms of shorts. Let's move now on the longs. So for the longs here, well, we are at the only long target at the moment. If this is lost, this is more likely going towards a new low. Again, I'm just gonna move this in the shorts here. Why are key levels there? I don't know. There you go. So yeah, my only long target is this. Okay, if this is lost, if this target is lost, well, we can very simply look for a complex approach of this support, so to speak. We can look for this kind of move down to the daily and daily negative path control, reclaim directly, flip into support bounce, or we can look for a drop into the levels below here, flip into resistance, fake the drop, so higher low, reclaim, flip to support bounce, or new low and then reclaim, flip to support bounce. Again, if you want to learn all of this, you can go and check out the website. You have this into the Excel charts, I mean all the full course. But yeah, if this is really lost, we lose these levels below here, for me it's over. We are very likely going towards a new low next. Okay, yes, we do have some big levels there, but I really don't like the confluence overall with it, so I'll prefer here to make a new low. Now again, if we bounce from here, I'm happy with it. I'm gonna catch a retest later, but yeah, for me longing down here is not a good long trade, as simple as that. So yeah, this is the only long trade. That was a long to take in any case. I'm not in a long trade because this was at 6 a.m. I was sleeping at the time. I'm waking up earlier these days, but still not 6 a.m. So yeah. So let's maybe plan a retest target now on the lower time frame for to get something. Again, please understand what I said at the very beginning of the stream. I would prefer to go for the highs directly and get the pullback later for the retest to really change the market structure locally. Okay, because right now we will hold a high, lower high again. So to long and try to long a higher low here is very, very, very hard, to be honest with you. Okay, this is very hard. So I will be careful on the long if I have to take a long trade. Okay, now what we can do is simply pull this fixed range just like this. I guess the support is around there, but just want to make sure as always. Yeah, there we go. You can see her again. Full range low is here. Full range value low, sorry, is here. We have also the latest uptrend path control. We have a naked session path control. We have the today's view up. So this right here is the perfect target for a long. If this is lost, it's like yesterday. If this right here is lost, it's very simply going towards a new low. We still have this daily level below here with a value low of again, we can bounce down here, but this is not a long it will take. So yeah, the only long target is this, and so that brings us with this possible trade setup. Okay, that will be the only long trade on the lower time frame, but again, be careful please, because overall the market structure locally is bearish. So too long here it's not the most, well, the best overall. I'll be careful on the long, so to speak. I will, for example, even if we bounce directly and get an MC long reaction, I will wait for a lower time frame market structure change. That's what it means, for example. So let's set that here, and that is it for Bitcoin. We have the next wave, the different scenarios. We'll have the next support, resistance, the next trades. So we're done for today, honestly. ETH is the same, looking, there is no big change since the last update. So that is it for me for today. I don't see any question in the chat. Good morning, mate. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy as always. If you enjoyed, don't forget to smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, and you can turn on notifications too, by the way, and stay tuned for this very nice thing next, coming within 1 or 2 weeks normally, if everything goes well. But normally it should. Yeah, you will see. Working hard on this for 3 days to give you the best. Anyways, wishing you all a brilliant day ahead. Take care and see you all in the next one. Cheers.